Alright, YouTube, I'm at Whirlpool here in Marion. Have a container, one corner of the container, the lock isn't lined up with the chassis lock. So we're gonna, it's a super simple job. We're just gonna tug on it a little bit, get it lined up. I haven't been back here in several years, so all this stuff's different back here, so I'm not really sure where I need to go. I probably should have asked more questions when I came in, but yeah, so maybe there's something out this way. I know they said it was loaded. We'll go down here. So I just wanted to talk about a little bit, the last video I did, it's just a very easy, simple winch out, but it did really good views wise, like probably one of the most popular videos I've ever done, which I was very surprised by. I mean, I'm happy about it, but it's, you know, I sometimes I think I got this YouTube thing figured out, and there's some, actually some, as far as wrecker operator, I think there's some pretty cool videos on there, you know, but those ones, they do okay, but then like a super simple one, man, it just really took off in it. You know, I don't know the reasoning behind it, or I know the algorithm and all that stuff, but I haven't really figured it out yet. But anyways, there was, as in most of the videos that I'm grateful for, mostly positive comments. It's probably 97-98% positive comments, but that one had a few bad ones. And then I found out, so somebody, it was doing really good views wise, so somebody screen recorded it and then put it on TikTok. Like, they cut it up into sections, and man, the comments on there were brutal. And then I wasn't even the one that posted it, so I was trying to like defend myself in this video that I'm not even, I don't know, it was just a mess. And I try not to read into the comments too much, because it can't, I mean, it's the internet, I get it, you can't have soft skin, but man, some of the times it's like people are pretty rough, you know. And try not to get frustrated about it, because I mean, I'm not saying I'm the best at this job at all. Just kind of documenting how I do my job with the experience and education that I have in it. But and I'm always open to different opinions from people that are qualified to give them, but it's clearly some of the stuff, it's, you know, from a person that has zero clue what they're talking about. But to just leave, to be like really rude and, you know, insulting with your comments when it's something that you're not familiar with whatsoever. Like, I get being, you know, curious or inquisitive as to, you know, why you would do something a certain way. But man, some of it is just, it's crazy. And I get, like I said, it's the internet, you know, I'm not trying to be a baby. It's just like, holy crap, man, put your energy into something productive rather than trying to be an asshole on the internet. It's just the way I look at it. 890. So I guess I gotta go down this way and try to find this trailer. Like I said, I should ask more questions. But so yeah, that video, that was from last Friday when I took the video, and then I posted it Saturday. Spotter drivers. And it just, I mean, I guess I kind of had like a clever title for it, and I know they say the thumbnail and the title is very important with this stuff. I really, there's like a trend or a way that you see all the popular pages do it. You know, they post the thumbnails. It'll be like you know, whoever's making the video, and they'll put themselves in it, and they're like making a funny face or whatever, and they try to have like the I don't want to do that. Like, if I got to do that kind of thing to get more views, I'm just the first priority is to do the job well, take care of the customer. I'm not going to do that goofy stuff to try to get more views and get more attention. It's just I can't do it. I don't know. It seems embarrassing to me. I'm not gonna. I just can't. But so yeah, it did really view and it did really well. Excuse me. And I try to respond to every comment that I get. So if you have commented and I didn't respond to it, I apologize. I put a lot of effort into responding to all of them. That one has, I think, 800 something comments right now. I think I've responded to all of them. If I missed a comment that you made on it, I apologize. I will do my best to get to it. There's all sorts of stuff back here now. I don't see any more containers over here though. It's a loaded trailer, so I'm not, like I said, it's been so long since I've been back here. I don't remember where they put what anymore. So yeah, not to keep beating the dead horse, that video did really good. I was really surprised because, like, you know, technically it wasn't, you know, I used the new fancy truck. I know that thing gets a lot of attention, but the job itself was just a basic winch out. I guess I didn't think about it, but I think maybe some of the negative attention that it got drove more traffic to it. Maybe YouTube promotes it more. I'm not sure. But I am grateful for it, so hopefully that, you know, the people that watched that one watch some of the other stuff that's actually like technically difficult. It's kind of crazy. The first two YouTube videos I ever put up were probably, as far as being a rotator operator, the most difficult jobs that I've done. Some of the most difficult jobs that I've done. It was like a 40-foot, called like a hazmat container, and I had to load it in like this, almost like an alley, and that one was very, very difficult because it had to be a couple inches from the wall, and I had to swing it over the truck, and it was heavy. It had almost all the boom out, and then that was on the old 75 ton that I ran in my old job. But those were, you know, the first two videos I did, and I didn't do a good job of narrating anything on them. But as far as, like, you know, anybody that's familiar with running a rotator, like, you watch that, like, yeah, that was a difficult job to do without making any mistakes or hurting anything. But then, you know, just like a very simple winch out just blows up, like that. And the ones that I was just telling you about, those ones didn't do much reviews at all. But also, there was no, you know, there wasn't any subscribers back then. I'm now at 50, I think it passed 52,000 today. So I'm very grateful for all the people that have subscribed. I think it's been about 6 months I've been doing this now, the videos and stuff. So still trying to do better with it. I don't post a lot compared to a lot of channels. I only like to post if it's like a something that I find interesting. So, which maybe isn't the right thing to do. I know a lot of, you know, some people that do this stuff, they post like almost every job they do, and I don't want to do that. I don't want it to be like oversaturated, maybe is the right word to use for that. But anyways, we're down in Marion, so it's an hour from Findlay. I brought a 50-ton rotator. Definitely didn't need 75. Don't need a rotator, but, you know, having the flexibility of it always makes it easier. So I'm gonna have to get off of here and make a phone call though. Let's see. Can you forward me that email from JB Hunt about this container in Marion? I think it's on the HTI email account. Oh, where else to keep these trailers at? Pretty sure this is a conveyor that runs, it's like all the product from the factory, dishwashers or whatever they make here, refrigerators, and then it comes down this whole big long tube thing. Pretty cool. I gotta call the driver and figure out where the hell this thing is. Alright, so I finally found it. So this pin right here, I don't know if you can see that, that needs to slide in there. Like that one is. That's all that holds this container on here. There's one at each corner. Just make sure this one was done too. So it just needs shimmied a little bit. It was the
ask you if it was loaded or empty.
Well, there was the chassis number they gave me.
Oh no.
They said it was a container number, it was a chassis number. So I appreciate it. Thank you. That fella seen me driving around in circles, offered to help me. I appreciate that greatly. So it is loaded. We're just gonna have to wiggle that corner a little bit. So it's just gonna be like a single line deal. Nothing crazy. Just saying, I brought 50 ton. Could do it with a regular wrecker if you had to. As I've stated, you have much more flexibility with one of these. In case it did end up being a more involved job. And being an hour away from our location, I got everything I need right here. Stick to stick. We have a chain. Like I said, this is not an exciting job. It's just something, it's one of those things where it's a tiny little problem. Sometimes you can have a service guy take care of it. But we talked to the driver before we came down. He had said that, sorry, this truck's so loud, I'm sure it's hard to hear. that it looked like it needed to go sideways a little bit. So yeah, service guy can do it, no problem. I'm sure somebody's going to comment on here they could do it with a crescent wrench and a ball peen hammer. But if you're going this far away, bring something that you know that no matter what the situation is, you get her done. That's my philosophy on it anyway. So everything's free spooled right now. Turn my free spool off, put some tension on that, always check the chain hook. In high speed, we don't want to lift in high speed. It's just for running line in, not for actually lifting. So I just wiggled on that a little bit. Oh, it needs to go the other way. Oh yeah, that's different. I guess I should have looked first, huh? Normally they have to go the other way. That's what I get for assuming. Now I'm going to pull on this corner of the chassis, try to get it to move and get it locked in. Give her a little tap, tap, tap-a-roo. And what they need to happen should happen, theoretically. Somewhere. Looks okay back here. I don't know if it's because that landing gear's in a little bit of a hole up here. Excuse me. closer. There we go. Finally, man. That was a bear. Got my ass beat on that. what I thought was going to be a simple job. Just goes to show you. I've done rollovers quicker than that before. Sometimes you just gotta wiggle, 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 mess around with it. Finally got it. I didn't narrate very much. I was getting frustrated there, so I apologize, but it just goes to show you. Sometimes it's the one you think that'll it's gonna be simple. It's all right, we got her done. Go do the other corner before I forget. Look at that. Blocks. You know what? That's one thing I like about this job, even though that was frustrating. It'll humble you real quick. The ones you think they're going to be quick and easy, like, oh yeah, I'll take care of that real quick. And then something real simple makes you scratch your head. So in theory, it should have been real simple. Maybe if I was smarter, but you know, these chassis and containers, they get so twisted up and banged up and damaged and beat up going up and down the road that one of those, I think that one corner's tweaked a little bit. So just getting that hole to line up was just a fight. No big deal. We got her done. Like I said, I ended up having to lift the whole front of it. So I'm glad he didn't just send a service guy down. You see, I would have had a heck of a time trying to get that tweaked in the right way. I'm not saying they couldn't have done it, but it would have been way more of a fight than the struggle I had with it. That's all right. She's done. We live to fight another day, YouTube. Well, honestly, it's a little embarrassing. I should have been able to do that way quicker than that, but it's just how it goes sometimes. You can't get cocky in this job. It'll make you look silly. And I know there'll probably be a bunch of people comment on this. You know, they could have reset that with a Phillips screwdriver and a roll of duct tape. And I'm sure there's people that could have, but I'm not one of them. So, like I said, this channel will always be just documenting how I do this job. Not saying I'm doing it the way it has to be done. It's just how I do it. I think the last time I looked at the scale, it showed about 17,000 pounds. It's only got 15,000 pounds in the trailer. The containers are, I don't know, 9 to 10,000. only lifting the one end of it, so you know it works out. The load's 15,000. The container's 10 or whatever it is, close to that. And then just lifting the one end of it. Gotta clean my hands. And we had single lines going to it, 3/4 inch cable on the mains of this truck. It's good for 16,000 pounds a piece. And 1/2 inch grade 100 chain. It's good for 15,000 pounds a piece, 2 of them. So we had roughly 30,000 pounds of rigging. For a 17,000 pound lift. And if you want to look at the load chart, we were probably about 18 feet, 20 degrees. So our capacity there was 40, 41, 42,000. So not overstressing anything. Get out of here. Thanks for watching.